Kierkegaard's theory of moral development and Kierkegaard's spheres of existence are both stages of life. It enables us to determine which stages of life are we in. Kierkegaard's theory of moral development is the theory that focuses on how children develop morally and moral reasoning. The theory suggests that moral development occurs in a series of 6 stages. According to the theory, moral logic is primarily focused on seeking and maintaining justice. And in Kierkegaard's theory, he claims there are 3 stages of realizing one's true self: aesthetic, ethical, and religious. Each represent competing views on life and could potentially conflict with one another.
Kohlberg's theory of moral development stresses determining if an action is good or harmful and highlights how one should select in a particular circumstances, accompanied by the justification of their actions. The ability to decide what is good and what is wrong in a given situation varies with age. Knowledge and studies are aids to moral growth. It is said that it provides valuable insights into how both children and adults make ethical decisions and how moral thought influences decisions and actions. This hypothesis was influential in the development of moral psychology, regardless of the fact that the public has already chastised it for its illogical reasoning and some elements of prejudice, and still it continues to operate.
Kierkegaard's spheres of existence create a refined model of stages that an individual passes through in his life. These 3 stages, namely the aesthetic, the ethical, and the religious stages, play a role in the process of an individual's becoming towards his true self. Moreover, the zones in between these spheres are also important, as these are still part of an individual's shift towards a new stage. Kierkegaard's spheres of existence also contribute to the development of the society. It helps determine a person's behavior and viewpoints and determine whatever stage that person is currently in. By determining such aspects, we get to know what kind of people will shape the society we live in.
Kohlberg's theory of moral development and Kierkegaard's sphere of existence have a relationship that spans the moral reason of the human being and social science. They share the same purpose: to deepen our understanding of our judgments. The respective works examine human thought about good and evil, how humans respond to issues they encounter, and how to live their daily lives. The stages and level of both theories are constantly in conflict with one another. In order to develop the moral thinking of each individual, we always have to question ourselves: how do I want this? Or how can I solve this? These questions are simple, but that's how we can connect their theories, like, do I want to live aesthetic life while having the moral principle of pre-conventional, or having the moral principle of post-conventional and living a life religiously? We have our own purpose and options. It all relies on our philosophy in life.
The significance of Kohlberg's moral development theory and Kierkegaard's spheres of existence in human life and society. Kohlberg's theory is cognitive in nature, focusing on the thinking process that occurs when deciding whether a behavior is right or wrong. Thus, theoretical emphasis on how one decides to respond to a moral dilemma, rather than what one decides or does. Moral development is an essential component of the socialization process. Moral development keeps people from acting on unchecked desires and instead focusing on what is right for society and good for others. Kierkegaard did believe that the most important aspect of human life and society was existence. Kierkegaard regards religious life as the highest plane of existence. In addition, he believes that almost no one lives a truly religious life. He is concerned with how to be a Christian in Christendom, or how to live an authentically religious life while surrounded by falsely religious people. The main reason for existence is to live in peace and to serve God by learning, working, and assisting those in
As both are connected in our development and growth as human beings, it allows us, children and adults, to make moral choices and how these choices would affect our behaviors and decisions. Through these, we are able to reflect, understand, and maintain the social order of our society. We can maximize our ethical principles to society as a whole, and we can promote equality and respect for our dignity as humans. We can start within ourselves, then slowly influence our family, friends, society, and the chain goes on. From the aesthetic, ethical, and religious stages of Kierkegaard's spheres of existence to the pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional stages of Kohlberg's theory of moral development, together, we can progress the life of fulfillment, completeness, and the journey in finding our true identity.